And now, a can't-miss moment from The Charlie James Show.
So then people were asking, well, what do? Do you keep it in the freezer? And the answer to that would be yes. But I said that the freezer, our freezer, was full of dog food. And I had a lot of people ask, why do you freeze the dog food? And Tim, your response, oh, by the way, we are streaming live right now at the 106.3 WORD Facebook page and Twitter. We're on my Facebook page at the Charlie James Show, and we are on Rumble at Charlie on Air. Also over on YouTube for as long as they will have us. We've been really running into some trouble with that. So anyway, people were asking, why do you freeze the dog food? And I'll be honest with you, I had no idea. All I know is that my wife said that we were going to freeze the dog food, and I said, okay, honey, that sounds like a good idea. So we were freezing the dog food. But I really did. I never knew why. I never knew why we froze the dog food. So I decided to do a weird thing. I asked her. I said, honey, why do you freeze dog food? Why do we freeze the dog food? Apparently, there are mites in dog food.
Wow.
There's these things called storage mites, and they're microscopic arthropods which are attracted to dry foods, grains, and cereals. The storage mite's body, as well as its feces, can trigger an allergic reaction in a dog, causing atopic dermatitis and itching. You might see them biting at their feet sometimes or scratching their ears or something like that. Storage mites aren't easy to eradicate from your dry dog foods once they've been infested. So that's why we kept it in the freezer to cut down on the mites.
Wow.
Now, not all dogs are sensitive to these things. It's just one of those things that might be, if your dog has a skin rash or a skin allergy, it's just something that you might want to look into. It could possibly be one of those mites.
And you said it also gets into the cereal as well, right? Because is it harmful to humans?
No, I don't think it really affects us all that much. But like if you've got some Quaker Oats or some I don't know,
Quaker Oats,
Lucky Charms,
oatmeal,
or oatmeal, exactly, or anything like that.
It's not Quaker Oats, it's oatmeal.
Possibility that something could be in there. Could be in there, yeah. So, Charlie, what are your thoughts on feeding a raw diet? You know what? I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with a raw diet. I mean, if you think about a dog and their lineage, I mean, they came from wolves. I don't think a lot of wolves are out there snacking on oats and grains and things like that. I mean, that was a raw meat diet. So, yeah, I mean, listen, you really need to check with your vet on that. But dogs' digestive systems are, in a way, they've also developed over time to be probably a little more sensitive. Artie has a very sensitive stomach.
Just don't ever give them corn on the cob. Yeah, I did. Well, I didn't do that.
Why is that? Why corn on the cob?
We went through a period in time when we were eating a lot of corn on the cob because my kids loved it.
Love it, yeah.
And we were eating it a lot. Well, my dog got in the garbage one night. He was still a puppy, so yeah, he got in the garbage and he ended up eating one. And the whole cob? The whole cob, yeah.
So not just the kernels, he ate the whole cob?
He ate the whole thing.
Oh, my word.
It whole. And
wow.
We almost lost him. I
had no idea.
He got stuck in his intestines.
Yeah.
And, he was just really sick and throwing up a lot. And I had to take him to the emergency vet because I couldn't wait. It was over the weekend. I had to take him. And ended up, we took him and, he was really close to death. But we ended up getting him fixed. And the only way, because I didn't have insurance on him at the time, I do now because of his situation, but we didn't have insurance on him at the time. And the only way for us to save him was for me to sign him over to one of the vets. And so I had to do it, and it broke every bone in my body because I love my dog.
What was it? You had to give the vet the dog?
I had to save his life, yeah.
Why? What sense does that make?
Because she put it to me this way. This is actually a really cool story. She put it to me this way. The only way for you to save him is to pay all this money that I didn't have because I didn't have insurance on the dog.
Right.
So the only way that I could save his life was if she signed him over. If I signed him over to her, that way she could fix him and she could do it at half the price because she was a vet tech. So I ended up, I didn't have any other choice. I'd rather him, have the best shot because I'm a good dog parent.
Yeah. Right.
And so it was really upsetting and everything. But I ended up getting a phone call about a week later. And she ended up selling me back the dog, and she allowed me to make payments on him, and we got our dog back.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was actually a really cool story. I don't remember her name.
Sounds a little scammy to me, but that's hey.
Well, I think
you want to save your dog, don't you? You got to sign him over to me.
Well, I originally thought that because he's a full bred golden retriever, and he wasn't fixed at the time. So I mean. If you're breeding dogs, he's a valuable dog to you. So that's what I initially had thought. But again, I'm sitting here thinking, you know what? I want my dog to, at least have a life, even if I can't save it at this time.
You take the dog, you get a couple of breeder's fees for it, maybe mate him 3 times, and then sell him back to the original owner.
Maybe, but she ended up getting back in touch with me and gave me an opportunity to get him back. And we got him back, and I went that day to go get insurance on him and everything. So he's fully insured, and he's alive, breathing, and happy dog. And
a good dog. Good. I got some friends. We belong to an old time Scotts Collie forum, and other people post on it as well. But they had it wasn't an Australian sheepdog. And smart. Actually, it was a border collie. No, it was an Australian sheepdog.
Oh, okay.
So they had the Australian sheepdog, and they took it to a border, right?
Right.
And they were on their way. They were an hour away. They went on vacation. They were coming back. They were an hour away from the borders. Okay. And they got a phone call, and they said, "Oh my goodness, your dog. We were walking your dog, and he slipped out of his collar." And he ran away. And we don't know where he is. We can't find him. We've looked everywhere. We can't find him. And your dog is missing. So a lot of people on the forum were saying this is the biggest scam. Because what a lot of these, some borders, that's why you always got to be very careful who you leave your dogs with.
Yeah. They
will take these dogs and they'll sell them. And then tell you, because when you sign the little release form, whatever happens to your dog, we're not responsible. They'll take these dogs, these high value dogs, and they'll sell them to people and then claim that your dog went missing. And some of the things they pointed out, like if this were a husky, huskies run. Huskies just run. That's what they want to do. They're bred to do that.
Right.
They just run. Mm-hmm. Huskies will run away.
Beautiful dogs, though.
Oh, absolutely. Gorgeous. These dogs, the Australian Shepherd, the Border Collie, and dogs like that, they're very biddable. And they usually do not run the way that these people were describing their dogs running.
Right.
And a lot of people were saying this is a big scam. Big scam.
Yeah, and that's immediately what I thought of when what happened to me happened to me. But at the same time, I was just like, well, I just want my dog to live. I don't care if even if it's not with me, I still want him to live.
But I guess all's well that ends well, right?
Yeah, and it ended up working out. And like I said, he's happy, breathing, and healthy, and a big goofball.
There you go. There you go. All right, there you go. So, Charlie, I always eat my cereal from the refrigerator. I love my cereal the same temperature as my milk. How about that? I didn't think about that. Somebody wants to know where you get pet insurance. I'm sure there's a lot of places there.
Yeah, we did ours through, it was PetSmart. PetSmart has a program for dogs.
That?
Yeah.
How about that? Charlie, dogs treats loose in the cardboard without wrapping have all sorts of bugs in them, I'm sure. What puppy food do you use? We use Victor brand dog food. Victor brand. You can get it at Tractor Supply. Other places sell it as well, but we have just found that the ingredients in Victor dog food is the best for Artie and for little Sophie Rose. So that's the brand. We used to go with this really high brand, but we found out that they actually got sold to this big conglomerate, and the quality of the dog food had actually gone down. So just remember that. Yeah, we use Victor brand dog food. The dogs have been happy with it. They absolutely love it. Sophie Rose doesn't care because she'll eat anything and everything.
That's Bailey. Bailey's
it doesn't matter. I will be right back. This is the Charlie James Show, 106.3 WORD.
Don't miss the Charlie James Show. Weekdays 3 to 7 on 106.3 WORD and the Odyssey app.